Hello everyone, how you doing? I'm Zilla Blitz, and today in this episode we're going to continue our series with the game Panzer Corps, playing the Allied Corps campaign. We are up to scenario 11. This is the second part of it. We've met the enemy resistance. We've run into some of the 88s that you can see behind me. We've got a tough battle going up. We've got to get past these 88s and rescue some trapped British forces. I don't know if we can pull it off, but we're going to make some more progress today. Hope you'll stick around and enjoy the episode. So we've got a few things to dig in and take care of. I want to give an overview of the battle where we last left off. We had done 2.5 turns, 2 German turns, 2 Axis turns, and 2 Allied turns. And you can see behind me here, the general situation on the map, just as a recall, is that our troops are slamming in from the east, trying to move west as our core troops, trying to break through this line that we can see here of German 88s. And our victory condition is to wipe out these 88s. So far, we've found 5 of them. There may be more behind this, I'm not sure. That is our critical victory condition, guaranteeing us a win. A decisive victory, however, means that we have to break through this German line of attack here, reach this besieged 150th Battalion, I think, 150th Brigade. 3 of their forces have to survive in this area that's tagged as B. So they are under heavy pressure with the Germans and Italian forces surrounding them. So we have to somehow do this quickly enough to get there to resupply and reinforce these troops before they get wiped out. So that's the scenario. Now we do have a couple of little adjustments to make before we get started. We have a couple of new commanders to welcome to the force. Nicevid is wanted to take over an infantry unit. So right here we're going to give Nicevid this commando unit that's up here. So Nicevid is now officially Nicevid's 13th commando unit. So he is here. Also, we have Commander Greeno has taken over command of the 3rd paratroopers. He is down here behind this city and behind our line, moving forward to the front line. So welcome aboard, commanders. We're glad to have you. And with that being said, let's jump in and get started. So I think our main goal is going to be try somehow to wipe out these forces in here. It is our turn now. And also, we've got some German air forces up over here. There's a couple of easy things we want to do. So we're going to kind of take care of that business first. We've got an anti-aircraft unit that can fire if we toggle here, the air and the ground. We can see these Japanese BF-109Fs up here. And we're going to, not Japanese, German BF-109Fs over here. And so we're going to take the air unit and fire on those and see if we can do some damage. -1, it said 4. Darn it, that wasn't very helpful. Okay, however, we also have another German attack unit here, and our tactical bomber, which is down here, can make it all the way up here and perhaps put some damage on that, but I'm a little bit reluctant now. Actually, we're going to come over here right beside our anti-air to help defend that, perhaps. We're going to come over here and see if we can hit this fighters there, because it should wipe it out. -3. Yes, takes it down. Hopefully no damage. Good. So that's our tactical bomber that has good range and also pretty decent anti-air, some pretty decent air combat dueling strength. So I imagine this one may come after that, but hopefully our anti-aircraft will protect him there. So that's pretty good. And if we toggle back to our ground now, we have some units down here that are in dire straits. We've got German infantry here, German infantry to the south, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units from this 150th Brigade, just completely surrounded with minefields to the north and things. So let's see what we can do. I don't think we're going to attack much, but this infantry unit can attack on this German infantry that is out of ammunition. And I can also, let's see if we can hit that pretty hard then. So there we go. -4, nice. And forced it to retreat. Excellent. That makes me think we could wipe it out. But it's out of ammo. We're just going to leave it there, I think, because we could pound it. Nope, it's not going to do anything. This artillery now can be reinforced up to 2. So the question is, do we want to give it elite reinforcements, which would keep its experience level? We are not. We're just going to give it standard replacement. So that's back up to full strength, which is good. This unit doesn't really have any successful attack options. We can't reinforce it, so we're going to leave that there. This unit can't be reinforced. It could get 2 to 1 on the attack, but let's let them come after us. And then this unit could move, but I rather like keeping... I could move and wipe out that infantry unit, which would be interesting. But let's leave... Oh, another thought. What's its entrenchment level? 3. Yeah, if we moved it over here, it would go down to 0. Let's leave it there. tempted to pull it over here, but I think this terrain looks a little bit better, and it's currently entrenched. So we're going to leave that in place, and I think that pretty much wraps up what we want to do here with this besieged 150th Brigade. Now, let's come over here. I'm going to think for a second, and then we're going to jump in and see if we can do some damage here. All right, I'm not sure I have a real good plan here, but I want to try a couple of things. First of all, I don't know if a unit can retreat into this minefield. And Goose, who's been helping out a little bit with some comments, has been talking about this kind of surround, suppress, and surrender strategy. And I think I'm kind of curious to see whether we can get this unit to surrender or retreat, and see if it retreats into a minefield here. So I'm going to try a couple things, but I think our general strategy is going to be try to break through this softer salt side of the defenses here, and try to surround and try to wipe out some of these units in here as we can kind of work our way forward. I think we have to be very careful of these AAs that are tilted horizontal, because those are the ones that are geared against armor. So I really hesitate to leave any of our armored units next to one of these things. I think it'll get mauled. But I think our strategy really has to be to pick off these anti-air units so we can bring in our aircraft and try to wipe out these ones that are kind of in anti-tank mode, which of there are 2 right now. So, but anyway, let's get started. I'm going to kind of bring up this 8th Infantry here in the Bren carrier, then come over the top here with Greeno's paratroopers to get them involved in the action and see if they can force. It says they're going to lose 4. Let's see if they can get them to wipe that unit out. 5. Nice. Wiped out and suffered no casualties. Perfect. So that clears that out of the way, and that gives us opportunity here to get Flaky's armor moving forward to try to punch through here. So let's try that. -7. -7. Excellent. No damage suffered. And it's going to push it back. For outstanding service, Flaky's 7th Armor was awarded the George Cross. Nice. Congratulations for your medal. So that pushes that unit back out of the way. What if we sent... Nope, we got to take heavy casualties on that. So now we could send our armor up here. That would wipe that one out, which would be good. But this is our Churchill. This is our 17th Armor. And that, I'd hate to waste it on just wiping out 2 little Italian tanks here. So let's think about what we want to do here. I think we could move this up and fire on this anti-aircraft and then maybe attack here with JJ's 2nd Armor to see if we can wipe out this first 88. So let's try that. Let's move our artillery up here and then have it pound this 88 here. -1. Does it suppress it to red? Yes. Now, it still says -5 here. I wonder if we could force it, but I hate to move this next to it here because that's going to get... if we move a vehicle next to this horizontal 88, I think it's going to get slammed. Let's see what happens if we just straight up attack it here with JJ's armor. Maybe we'll get lucky and wipe it out. Defensive artillery, no damage. And -6, excellent. Does that retreat? It does. It goes forward 1, which is an interesting spot to move forward. Because now... oh, we can do all sorts of damage now. We could pound it with that. Oh, that fired already. We could hit... nope, can't hit it with that. We could have our recon hit it, which should wipe it out for sure, right? And that would get us our first 88 out of the way. And I think then this recon could move after that. Or we could move this recon, hit that Italian tank. Okay. I would also like to see if we can get an armored unit in. We could move it forward, but it's already attacked. I'd like to see if we could hit this artillery, because that would help weaken their behind-the-line defenses. Or we could bring... ah, we can't get in there, though. Darn it. Nothing can get in there. I think we have to wipe this out to get in there, because then we could slide in here and hit this. Ah, but if we... so many decisions, right? I would love to be able to get in there and hit that, because it can't go anywhere, and then it would have to surrender. Will this recon get there? No. Just leaving... it's this armored unit that's in the way. You know, one thought... whoops, would be to bring our Air Force here and try to wipe it out. Because even though this is anti-aircraft, it's only a strength of 1. Let's take a risk here and try that. I'm going to bring the backwards one here. This is the 10th Air. Let's see if we can get lucky here. It's going to fire. Wiped it out. Nice. Excellent. -2. Oh, more armor behind it here, too. Gosh, there's still more stuff. So our idea of sliding past this might be a little bit naive. However... this opens up possibilities here, because we could bring... now we could bring this armor up in here, hit this these motorcycles here and maybe force them to retreat? Because I don't think they can maybe they can't retreat into the minefield. And if that were the case, or we could hit this artillery pretty hard too. Lots of options. I'm going to think for just a second here. Okay, we're going to take a risk here. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I want to see if we can get this unit to surrender here, because I'm guessing you can't retreat into a minefield. So we're going to take the 17th armor up here. It says only going to cause 2 damage, but actually, can we fire on that with this? No, we can't. Can't reach it. But if that might be enough to force a retreat, that would push it, maybe wipe it out. So let's try it and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, we won't try it again. So let's go right after that. Get hit by artillery. Hit by artillery, no damage. It does -2, no damage. And 8, it's stat there. So not enough to make it retreat. Damn it. Ah, now we blocked that spot. Bugger. Okay, that didn't work very well. But this is out of artillery, out of ammunition now too. We can bring this over the top and hit it at 5. So let's try that. This is our recon. Let's see if we can put some damage on that now. -2. Bugger. Wasn't very good. We can move again. Perhaps it would have been good. There's a time where we can switch this, and Goose told me what that was, but I've forgotten already, unfortunately. I'll figure it out, though. Okay, so now, what do we have here for more potential? We could have this recon. Goose's recon could wipe that out, and then I think move after that, which would be very interesting and helpful. We also have to think about how we're going to take out this 88. We got to get rid of this one first, which would be helpful. Okay, so many things to think about. That's moved. That's moved. That has not moved, but we want to maybe, I don't want to move it up there. Okay, we're going to think a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to try a couple more things here real quick. I want to see if we can suppress this artillery and then see if that changes what our attack looks like. Because this looks like it might, well, let's try it. Okay, so we're going to fire on that. -2, does it suppress it at all? It does, it turns it red. And so if we do that, what happens when we push this? Very interesting. Because it's suppressed now, it looks like it's giving us really good odds on this attack. So let's try Parkera's Bloody First, moving up here, hitting this 88 and seeing if it could force a retreat to wipe it out. Will this possibly work? We hit it. Our defense to Parker, no damage. Fires -1, -8, it wipes it out. Excellent. So the suppression worked perfectly there. That was fantastic. That gives us 188 destroyed out of 5 now. And we can start working on these other ones too. And this, Goose's artillery, Goose's recon here, should be able to wipe this other one out right now. Let's have it hit that. -1, perfect. So that wipes that one out. Ah, I wish we had one more attack on these motorcycles, but we don't. Can anything move and still attack? No. However, this, JJ's armor could pull right up in here beside this one, which would be an intriguing spot to go. And this, somehow, I think when I named Nice Vid's 13th Commando, I screwed up and I took away its attack. I don't quite know what I did, but it doesn't look like it can attack this turn. Let's see if we can do the same kind of thing on this 88. What if we pound this one with our artillery? Will it turn it red? It turns it yellow. Darn it, not quite enough then, huh? And now, if we were to bring this artillery to bear, this infantry to bear, no, it's not going to work, is it? It's going to take heavy casualties, and that's not good. So, darn it, that didn't really work very well. Okay, but we still have some tricks left up our sleeve here. So let's leave that there. That can't move. This can move for sure. We can go here. Okay, now he can convert. Can he convert now? How do we convert? Okay, let's move forward. I think we're going to move JJ's second armor up into this slot to put pressure on these units here so they can't reinforce and do what they have to do, maybe even push them back or so. And I think that'll give us a nice attack onto this anti-air 88 next turn. Now we have some movement that we can do here with this. We have an attack up here on that, but that's not all that good. I think we might leave those where they are. We'll keep that there. We do have one aircraft here, which is Custard's 9th Air, that can still attack. It could weaken this armor down here, but it looks like it might lose something. This Anti-air, I believe, has a range of 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. So I think we would get hit by that if we tried to attack it. So instead, let's come up here and see if we can help out these besieged troops here. Maybe we'll get lucky and wipe that out. Minus nothing. Oh, and there's more German infantry here. Damn it. There's a lot of stuff in the way. We got a lot of work left to do. Okay. They sit there. We're going to leave them there. They're sitting there. Not going to do that attack. Got to sit them there. That's all good and well. They can move. We don't want to. We want them defending our stuff. Let's move this anti-air unit up closer to the enemy lines a little bit. They've moved. Goose's recon has not moved. Let's push it forward here up against these motorcycles. This could move as well, which would give us an opportunity to surround this. Let's do it. We're going to move forward. Oh, a base there too. Supply dump. Nice. I think that gets us some prestige if we take those. That will keep this unit relatively surrounded. They can't move. They can't move. They're done moving. I think, oh, we could, now we've already, oh, he gets another move. Could move up there. No, we're going to leave it where it is for now. And I think we've done everything. So let's wrap up this turn. Let's see what happens. Let's go to turn 4. That one took a lot. That was a little bit complicated. Some units have not moved yet. Artillery firing on what? The minefields. Trucks coming up. Oh, here comes that German aircraft. But no damage. Hits the minecraft. It's the minefield. Does a little damage. These Italian tanks are a little confused down here. Oh, -6 for us there. That was painful. That was a tough attack. More infantry pouring forward on this 150th Brigade. We're going to need to help them out pretty quickly here. Those motorcycles trying to clear the minefield. Hits the artillery -1. Any damage on that German infantry? Nope. The artillery fires against this German infantry, which is attacking. -1. -2. Almost out of ammo. They're going after the minefield. They are obsessed with minefields, aren't they? Here we go into the minefield. It loses 1, but it clears the whole minefield out. That's costly there, isn't it? All right, turn 4. Here we go. Kill all the 88s. We got 3 left, it looks like, up here. Starting to make progress. This, however, our 4th recon took a heavy beating, and it can't get out, really, based on where it is. So we need to save this one. That's going to be a big move here. And this aircraft unit is very pesky. So let's take care of things that we can take care of, which is, first off, let's get our 14th anti-air firing on these BF-109s. -3. Excellent. Good. Takes those down. And how is this air unit here? Almost out of fuel. It can move 21, so I think we have to bring it back, right? That would be a bingo spot. Okay, so we could have it come here, and then it would still be able to make it back on the next turn. So let's do that. Have it hit this. -4. Excellent. Suffers no damage. Then next turn, this can return and get refueled, which is perfect. Okay? Good. Likewise, Custard's air must almost be out of fuel as well. So that wiped out their aircraft, which is excellent. Up here, we have a tactical bomber, which can help out. Oh, we can get those trucks at -8. That's very tempting. We can do a lot of damage here, I think. And some of these wipe this out. So possibilities here. We're going to take a think for a second, then we're going to come back to this turn. So, all right, I see a couple of thoughts I have. I think our main targets today are going to be this 3rd 88 right down here in the south, as well as this SIG. This looks like an artillery unit, support unit here. I'd like to see if we can wipe out this artillery down here to the south as well. So let's take Flaky's 7th Armor, pull them up in here, and see if we can slam right into this. The odds look pretty good. It's showing us 7-0. And 5 doesn't destroy it, but hopefully it pushes it back. It does. Excellent. That allows us to pull this unit out so that we can resupply it. However, maybe we can move. I'd like to see how we can wipe this out. Darn it. Because I'd hate to wait. I'd hate to waste them. It'd be nice to be able to resupply this while it's up here. But let's leave that for a little bit. Let's come up in here. So I have a couple of thoughts. One is I'm going to see if we can pound this artillery with this German SIG unit here. Let's see if we can pound this and reduce it, and then maybe we can have going to get greedy. See if JJs can hit this, force a retreat that maybe wipes it out. Then we can move forward and we can move in. Parker is first to try to hit this 88. But let's try this first. Let's fire this on that. See if it suppresses it. -2 turns it yellow. Okay. Now what happens if we hit it with JJ's second armor? It's a little bit risky, but we can always pull him out too, right? Fires defensively. JJ's armor moves up. -6. Does it force a retreat? Yes, it does. Perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what we wanted. So let's pull JJ's armor up here, and then let's rinse and repeat on this 88 down here. So if we take this 88 and fire right here, can we suppress it? Oh, -5. That was heavy damage, and it's red. So maybe... Now, let's not risk it. Let's pull in... That's going to wipe it out, isn't it? Wow, actually, this is really interesting now, huh? Can our infantry even wipe it out? Our infantry could possibly wipe it out. And if we fire on it again... I think we want to hit that one, though. But, So the question is, do we want to try to get the motorcycle unit as well? Can we do that? What else isn't attacked? Oh, this isn't attacked. Interesting. Can that move? Nope. That move? Yep. So we could hit that. It's going to drive it one way or the other, which is not what we want right now, for sure. Let us... I think we're going to pull Goose's Recon up here and see if we can hit it with that. Because it's suppressed. So maybe we can get it to wipe... Maybe we can wipe it out. Then we can take Parkeris first, bring it down here, and hit the motorcycles. Let's try that. See if it works. So defensive artillery. Ooh, 4 damage on Goose's Recon. That's expensive. -3. Force a surrender. Yes, excellent. Good. So it forces a surrender, although Goose's Recon took some heavy hits there. Should be able to move out and resupply. Now, let's see. We could move Parkeris up here first. However, I think the Recon can move twice. Oh, this could hit it and wipe it out. But then it's at risk of getting counterattacked. I don't want to lose this unit. That would be very bad. I'm going to be a little bit conservative here, and I'm going to pull it back out behind our lines here. And I don't know if I think there's a way, couldn't we like switch and then resupply it? Can it resupply? It can't. If I click away, can I resupply now? Nope. I thought there was a trick to be able to get it to do that. Anyway, okay. Let's pull Parkeris Bloody first up there and see if we can do a number on this motorcycle unit here. They've been pesky. See if we can get rid of them. -5. Darn it. Doesn't wipe them out. Pushes them back one. Bugger. And everything's... Oh, this one here, the 17th Armor, hasn't attacked yet. Interesting. So we can finish them off with that. Or we could push up here and get absolutely mauled by going against the 88. Let's not do that. Let's hit that. Fires defensively. That should wipe him out, right? -1. Seriously? Gah. Okay. Well, we'll push forward with that. So we got our armor spearheading the attack here, surrounded by minefields, flanked by minefields on both sides. That's pretty good. We do have, I think, 1 air unit left, which is actually 2 air units left. So maybe that one's... Oh, this is our paratroopers here. Okay. Let's get... Oh, this air unit I don't think is moved. Perfect. Let's see if we can wipe out this artillery. There's no anti-air within range, I think. Hit it. -3. Perfect. Good. That artillery's gone. 10th Air gets a kill. Our tactical bomber up here, I'm tempted to hit this truck just because we can, and it's going to do a lot of damage. We wipe it out. 10. Nice. That's beautiful, because that's a painful loss for them for sure. Now, this is fired. Can't do anything. This is reinforced. Do we want to hit them? -2, -2, -1. This can fire. Maybe suppress that, and we could wipe it out. Let's try it. Any suppression? Yes. Now, can we wipe it out? -2. Excellent. Good. So that's a little bit of a damage, and we'll keep you where you are, of course. Going to leave that unit. So I think our goal really here is just do as much damage as we can to try to keep these alive and try to get these units through. And we're kind of breaking through here in the south. I mean, we could conceivably push our armored units here. The 17th Armor and Flaky's Armor could try to go forward here. We're going to have to take care of this infantry, but with some air support, we might be able to get them to reinforce that pretty quickly. So, with that being said, we've used all our air units. What have we not used yet? This. This is yellow. 3-1. Let's fire on this infantry and see if we can suppress it. Maybe that'll do it. -1. Does it turn it red? It does. Nice. And then 3-0. Let's take it. Do some damage. -3. And no damage. Pushes it back. Excellent. Good. Let it sit there, but that's fine. Now, anything else we want to do? This unit can stay where it is. It's anti-air. It cannot move. Flaky's recon can move. I don't think we want to go anywhere with that. Maybe move it back to... But I think it's pretty safe there. I mean, this unit's artillery. It's not going to hit it. This armored unit's going to hit... Well, maybe it does, actually. Yeah, let's... I don't think we can get over that, though. Let's just be a little bit safe here and pull it back. Then he cannot move. He cannot move. Our infantry can move forward 1. That looks like a smart thing to do. Our armor is almost out. Let's move it up 1. That's fine. Just pushing our front lines forward a little bit. And I'll leave that there. Leave that there. Don't think we want to move them up yet. We want to leave them with the artillery protecting them. We got to get Greeno's paratroopers. At one point, the paratroopers had transport, but they don't. So they have to walk everywhere, Greeno. So you just have to walk all over the place now. Let's push them forward this way. Go ahead, walking through the desert. Up here, I think we've done all we want to do. I think that's the end of this turn for us. Anything else that can move? These guys can't reinforce, right? Nope, they'll have to do that. Our recon units took a beating here. Let's end our turn. Yes. Okay, artillery just obsessed with those minefields. That Italian artillery. So that one attacked our infantry. Oh, more air. Oof, heavy -3. We got to take care of that air unit, but we have some anti-air aircraft nearby. Italian tanks just having a dogfight with this minefield. Artillery fires to defend. It's going to attack. Oh, -1. It's taking heavy damage. We might lose that unit. Artillery firing to defend. -1. Engineers hit our... No damage done. Nice. Oof. This artillery is almost destroyed. It's almost out of ammo, too. It is out of ammo now. -1. Wow, it's really coming after our troops. These Germans are just... -1. Oh, one after the minefield up there. Oh, that's... Okay. Well, I think we're going to stop here. These turns have been fairly complicated. I imagine we're close to a half an hour, so we're going to stop today. When we come back again, it looks like our forces are making pretty good progress. We've somewhat broken through here, although our recon units have taken some casualties. We've wiped out 3 of the 5 anti-aircraft units. I still am kind of... You never know what surprises this game's going to throw at us, and they sure are bringing a lot of reinforcements in from these spots over here, aren't they? So we are really going to have to hustle to perhaps protect these units. They are suffering... I mean, the infantry units are at full strength, but everything else is kind of getting whittled down here. So we do have our tactical bomber that can do some damage, but... Okay, thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed the episode, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I'm going to try to get a couple of these out a week now. I think once we get going, we can start to move faster on these too. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. We'll see you again in the next episode.